Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is another wonderful day here in the confines of beautiful Danville, California. I think it's going to be yet another scorching hot day here. We're going to be hitting around 100 degrees, 90 something degrees, and the return of my friend the smoke. All the fires that are burning for the last few days. Luckily, we've had an onshore flow. It's kept the temperatures down and the air really nice and clear, as well as beautiful blue skies. I'm gonna do my my David Lynch impression today. Right now, it is 82 degrees at 11:45 a.m. with beautiful blue skies, slightly obscured by a grayish smog that's coming from the north, and we also are experiencing some of the gusty winds that they've been forecasting for us for the red flag alert that's going to be going up in the North Bay for sure, and will probably affect us in the South Bay here in the next day or so. Anyhow, again, Sunday, it is September 27th. I had posted that I've got a little bit of news to give, and one of the news items is regarding the album work. Of course, the COVID thing has sort of caused a whole bunch of challenges to happen. One is that, of course, musicians haven't been able to go and do any performing and earn money. So I've been lucky enough to get a hold of people who have been willing to play on my material over the last few months, and so that's been really great. On some of the lesser happy things that are going on, it's also causing a lot of depression and stuff that's happening, and also just delays, I guess you could say. So one of the delays that's happened is that my last two collaborators that I've been working with on this song that I would like to release as a single in advance of the album release is it's just being delayed, and it's been difficult for everybody, myself included. So I'm just going to set up I'm setting up my next feature here, and shoot, it's not going to make it easy on me, is it? Anyways, what I wanted to do is have these amazing people who have context for the subject that I've been writing about come and help out on the project, but it's been difficult. Various health things have imposed, and of course mental health for all of us is really crucial these days. So we are in the state of a point where it's just it's not looking very good for being able to achieve release of the album on time. So I'm essentially saying here, yes, with 1 week to go, I don't have everything I need to finish the album yet, and so I'm going to say that we're going to delay the album by about probably 2 or 3 weeks. I've also had to adjust my expectations of who's going to be working on getting things done here. We're my good friend, I think I mentioned this last week, but my good friend Christopher Scott Cooper from of the band New Sun, the progressive rock band New Sun, is going to be mastering the album, and he's graciously agreed to take over. I adjusted budget expectations and everything, and has just like my other collaborators, is essentially donating his time compared to what he normally would be charging. Not that Mayor didn't give me a great deal, but it was out of my budget range, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't stretch it. So the bottom line is the album's going to be delayed probably by about a month at this point. So we're looking at late October, early November for when the album will get released, which is difficult because we're also, the other announcement is that we're looking at leaving the Bay Area. And since we're working from home predominantly anyways, I'm working from home in my role, and my wife is like 80% of the time she's working from home as well. We're going to try and find ourselves someplace to that may not be as convenient to the Bay Area. God, I need to lose weight. That may not be as convenient to the Bay Area, but would afford us to be able to allow her to complete her master's degree as a nurse practitioner, and to I'm going to rearrange this slightly, but to allow her to complete her master's degree as a nurse practitioner. She goes to Duke University and has been doing this remotely while she's been working full-time, and it's gotten to a point where it's just been too heavy a load to do both. And it's been very difficult and stressful for her and for everybody else here. So we're just going to, and for her to finish, she's finished all the academic work. She just needs to do her clinical rotations to actually get her master's degree and be able to move on and help us to sort of, really stabilize in our life. So we're looking at leaving the Bay Area. It's going to happen over the next 6 weeks or so, which, as I said, I really want to get the album done and out, and then I would be able to put in the master disc image, the glass master type image for manufacture, and the album cover for printing. And so the good news from that perspective is that I don't think it's going to impact the CD, the actual physical release schedule. It's just pushing the digital release out a little while to be able to facilitate what's going on. Now, speaking of the physical cover, I've been working with a Facebook friend who is known as DJ Raw, R-A-H. She's a great fan, and a few weeks ago she posted some of her anime work, anime artwork, pencil and line drawings that were for characters that represented, manga and anime and all this stuff. And because this is the theme, or the thing that I used as my concept for what the album and how I wrote things and what it was sort of based on in some fashion, was a child's dreams. So allowing me to sort of delve into the fantastical as well as the really scary, or the really pastoral, a lot of the extremes of emotion, since as adults we tend to sort of put a clamp and a lid on that, and our basal emotions get morphed into more complex and not easily identifiable or not easily resolvable things. So I approached her and said, I really liked what you did here. This looked amazing, and had a concept for saying, let's take our featured people are the people that have performed on most of the tracks on the album, and and limited it to the 5 of us, and said, can you do drawings based on pictures of them? And so in order to help set the scene, I won't be able to see anything, but I'm certainly almost blind as a bat now. But let's just do this. So I sent her a couple pictures with a different hat, but essentially this look, a little bit more shaven, and then sent pictures of friends: Andy, John Jowett, and Jimmy Keegan, and Todd. I really wanted to get my friend Mark as well in there, but I just think he's camera shy. But we got some pictures done, and I'm going to show them here right now. Now keep in mind, these are like early line representations. These were pencil sketches that she started to work more deeply on. This is going to be on if the front cover is let me dig out. Let's dig that out, and we'll go to my pictures, and I'll show what the front cover looks like. I got way too many drafts of this. Okay, so this is the front cover of the booklet. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this an exploration and auditory psychosomnial projection. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that, but this is essentially the package. I'll stick in a tiny little comma there because it's not. There's a pause there in the original text. That'll be the outside cover, and then on the back cover we'll have, come on, where's my pointer? Here's myself over on your screen right, or your screen left. This camera stuff is really quite disorienting. Anyways, let's see. I have myself here. I'll put a little emblem or something. I want it to look kind of wizardly and crafty. Then there's Andy, looking very wise and heroic, wise with the glasses. We've got John, who's always, in my experience, been excellent and really buoyant and caring individual, empathetic. So he's our empath, and Jimmy over here on the far end, another amazing talent that came in. Todd's picture is being done. She's touching it up. So we'll have essentially in the album cover. The pictures will be running. I haven't decided whether it's on the right or the left. I tend to do that as I'm working on the artwork. So, just as it happens, I'll come with that. So there's me, and then there'll be the credits. So Robert Svilpa, guitars, vocals, guitars, keyboards, vocals. Some drums, like drums, and I don't know if I'm going to be playing bass on. No, I do play bass on here, so drums and bass on track 2. Maybe, yes, track 2. And then Andy, drums and percussion. John, bass guitars, and Jimmy, drums and percussion, and then Todd, drums and percussion. And then everybody else's credits will be as we go from the listing of the musicians on the right hand side of the booklet with the pictures, then there'll be the a more in detailed sort of, you know, a fine line, or not a fine line between To Sleep Perchance to Dream, presented by me, and then again it'll be in text, in print, you know, guitars, keyboards, vocals. Then I'll be say, like, I'll probably have it in sections. So drums played by Andy Edwards, Jimmy Keegan, Todd Sucherman, Casper Hall, and Igor. Oh my God, poor guy. I'm sorry. I forgot. My brain is a mess. But I'll have everybody listed as to what they played. Bass guitars played by blah 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 blah, and specify the tracks that they played on. And then below that will be the credits, list of credits. It was produced by myself, co-produced by a lot of these guys that have contributed material and come back with input to be able to help to write this. And then of course mastered by Christopher Scott Cooper and at his studio, and then all the legalese that you need to be able to do to be able to claim ownership of the material, and that you own the rights and everything. On the inside of the booklet, it's just going to be a simple, you know, single folder. You know, on the inside will be whatever lyrics that come with the album, but underneath it there's going to be a bunch of combination of pencil and line sketches, but it's going to be sort of like a 40% transparency with the the lyrics over top of it. I kind of came up with the idea of, like, as bad as the album, in my opinion, was, or as poor quality compared to like the prior albums, but Yes's Tormato had a really interesting sleeve, album sleeve, vinyl sleeve, where the drawings on the inside, all the lyrics were sort of put offset against the drawings. And so I'm going to be looking at doing something like that on the inner fold of the booklet. And of course the back tray liner will be pretty simple, the track list in white, and so it's the whole package is coming together. I'm really fond. I think that she definitely captured John in every way, and Andy as well, with his flowing locks. Jimmy is very well represented here, and you know, it's always hard to look at any picture of yourself and think, yeah, that's me, but that is me. So that's that. And then I'll as soon as we get Todd's picture, we'll be able to give you an update on that. So let's see. Let's close up things here. I'll return back to my full page gut view, and I just need to make room. So that's the news. What we're looking at is we're looking at. I'm leaving the pictures up so at least I can talk to somebody. That's the news. I will give you any updates. I'm going to be posting text update on the Bandcamp site, sending a message to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support, and sorry about the delay. It's just, you know, in this it's a really crazy time, and we're kind of going crazy here with life. My wife really needs to be able to get into a situation where she can just finish school and we don't have to have two incomes. So this is going to help with that. I really like the Bay Area, but from the expense that it takes to live here, it doesn't like me too much. So yeah, we're gonna find ourselves another place, and you know, thanks to Duke University and COVID, you know, this move is sponsored by COVID-19, fucking your life up in every known way possible, and it being a really hard year, with my dad passing away back in July, and just the sort of mental stress that's coming down the line because of all this. So we're just going to make a move, whether it's permanent or temporary, remains to be seen. But that's it. The on a happier note, I've spent time working on my guitar body. I'm starting to cut, because of the move. I want to be able to have several of these done, like ready to be able to just plop a neck on. This is the first one, so it's got some mistakes, although I'm starting to correct them. The I'm as I said before, I was going to try and contour this down, so it seems like my I'm going to need to contour it down more, because there's the chisel marks are still still appearing. But I'm going to contour this all down, and so it's nice and smooth, and also so you can't see stuff like that little thing there. It's going to be smoother, just like this. But I'm getting this down to a point where I'm gonna just fill that, and either move it down, or both down and up a bit, like so diagonally, and get it to where I can, because it's not square with the rest, right? So it's got to move up about 3 millimeters anyways. But if I can move it down a bit, or I can choose to go, I think I have to go down and diagonally a bit, or just simply go up. So the 3 bolts actually do a pretty nice job securing the neck, but I really want to have that 4th bolt to bring the neck down close to here, so that it's nice and solid. That's like a no gap joint. I did the back route. I'm going to need to probably get a wide, like the size of or slightly larger than, like maybe the size of the inside of this cup. But to do a little route to go down about, I don't know, 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch, because the router bit still left about at least 1/2 inch of material here between the top and the bottom. So I'm going to have to go down, and I'm going to bring the volume control to about somewhere around there. It seems to be the right place to be. It's going to be just shy of the tremolo, and close enough that anybody can just reach down and do volume swells or quick adjustments, and then the tone will come down to here. And then there's plenty of room. I can either go with the same configuration I've got on the velocities, which is the blade switch here, or go to a like a toggle or a rotational switch further back. So that's that. But I'm going to, now that this is actually at a close to being complete state, or ready to, it's got to be sanded, there's got to be these flaws that's corrected. But once those get corrected out and everything is nice and smooth, I'll start looking at doing finishing. I also need to do like an edge route around here. That's the depth of the plastic for the cover, and so everything looks like it's pretty close to being done. A lot of finish sanding needs to be done. There's still some rough spots. But I've already started. I cut another body identical to this, except it's like was in the earlier form, so it was just straight down, yeah, like squared off still. But I've cut another body like this, and I will be preparing to do this. But I'm going to use that body to take the remaining slabs of wood. I've got another 3 or 4 slabs of wood of other material, so I've got another poplar one. And then I've got several. I've got a mahogany, a black limba, and alder. Maybe alder. I'm trying to remember. I'll cut them out, and because since we're gonna move, I really need to get. If I can get them to a point of being at the same spot as this one is, then and it's dusty. So if I can get it to the same stage as this one, then I can, and I've got now proper templates for the neck cavity, and to be able to make sure that those get aligned up center, and a template for the tremolo router, tremolo holes, and the pickups. So I've got templates for that stuff now, so I'll be able to really move quickly on these things, get them to a point where they are essentially ready to go, and maybe even before we get to move, where we have to move, I can put a finish on them, and at the very least seal the wood so that it doesn't get affected by the weather and the humidity. So as soon as I get to that point, then I can either purchase necks to pop on there, or I can go. I've been starting to do some work on my own neck. I cut the mahogany neck blank that I had. I also found out though that my truss rod that I had bought several months ago for it was for a base neck. It's 24¼ inch long. And so it extends way past the end of the neck by about that much, where the neck would end. I do have some beautiful walnut fretboard slabs, and so I've cut the mahogany neck blank out, leaving a paddle for the headstock shape. I rip sawed down the top of the headstock to get it down to at least to the depth below the surface of the glue joint where the fretboard's going to be, and then I will be cutting. Oi, Mariangela. Just to say hi. Oi, Mariangela. Hope everything is good. To the bang. So now I'm going to be printing out the shape of the headstock that I've got, and be cutting it to that shape. Then we'll be doing the shaping of the neck. I'm debating whether I should just leave the end as about this much material past the end of what a normal neck would be, length would be. So that's that would go significantly into the body, and then I could take one of the bodies that I'm cutting out and route out the cavity, the neck cavity, so that it goes in, and I would be able to glue, like set the glue the neck into the body, and maybe even do like a dovetail joint or something to make it nice and solid. That would be really nice, actually. One of the other things I've got some thinner stock mahogany, but big sheets of it. Well, big, I mean, 4x5 thick, 1 inch thick slab of mahogany, of African mahogany, that I can then use the maple tops. So I could probably build 4 more bodies out of that one, and then put the I've got some of the tops. I've also got some ipe that I need to split down the middle to turn into potentially a top. But that is heavy as all get out. It is seriously the densest wood, and I might not be able to do it because the wood is so dense that it would dull my bandsaw, my cheap little bandsaw I got on Amazon. We'll see. So anyways, that's the plans for the guitar business, and I'll be continuing to try and get that done. I could probably get the blanks cut into shape, into the basic shape in the next day or two, maybe even today. And then get the mahogany cut down and glue the nice, beautiful book match maple tops to them. Then it would be, those guitars would be probably more akin to what a PRS would be looking like, about 1.5 inches thick. It's fairly, it would be a thin line guitar. So that's that. That's for the guitar business. And I did promise a song. I promised a song. And I don't know how many of you are Pink Floyd fans. I'm hoping that, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are, but this will be the first time in a long time that I will be playing a song live on here and trying to sing. But this is going to be Mother by Pink Floyd. Mother, do you think they'll like the song? Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? Mother, should I build a wall? Mother, should I run for president? Mother, should I trust the government? Mother, will they put me in the firing line? Is it just a waste of time? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna put all of the fears into you. Mama's gonna give all of the fears into you, and nightmares come true. Mama's gonna keep you right here under her wing. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. Mama's gonna keep baby cozy and warm. Baby, 'cause mama's gonna help build the wall. Mother, do you think she's good enough for me? Mother, do you think she's dangerous to me? Mother, will she tear your little boy apart? Ooh, Mother, will she break my heart? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna put you right here under her. Mama's gonna put all of the Fizziks in you. Mama's gonna keep you right here under her wing. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. Mama's gonna keep baby healthy and clean. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. 'Cause mama's gonna help build the wall. Mother didn't need to be so hard. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope that everybody's happy and healthy, and stay healthy and stay safe and be good to one another, be excellent to one another, and party on, dudes. Again, we'll see you next week and hope for all the best.